Hey and welcome, Martina here. Today I can share two new Spellbinders collections with you because as soon as I've seen the collections, I had the idea of combining the Vivid and the Bougie birthday collections to one card. I'll have a quick walk through the products I'll be using today, and then I'll show you my first prototype, and then we will create a second or, well, even better version of my first card. Today I will maybe, I'm not sure about that, but maybe I will be using the Ideal Moments Better Press plates. It is a bunch of sentiments like happy birthday, get well soon, congratulations, celebrate, proud of you, but also like things like with deepest sympathy, always and forever, hello sweet friend. It has a bunch of very usable sentiments, and the best thing is it comes with this amazing die which cuts all the sentiments in one go, which is super helpful, and it also gives you that super cool piece. I might have to use it on another project, not sure yet, but just to give you an idea of how it can look. Of course, I had to run them all through and just get an idea of how they look like. So I have them on site already prepared. I'm not very sure about them right now, but I'm surely going to use the Vivid Blooms. Beautiful floral collection, classical Spellbinders one, I would say. And then the Bougie birthday, which is, well, I'm going to focus on 3 sets from that release. And this is the birthday cheers. This is a large sentiment set. It has birthday, happy, wishes, cheers, you, and 2 in a very decent size. I have been preparing birthday wishes, and if you compare it to my hands, you can see it is very, very big, which is super cool. And then I'm going to use the Ganache. Oh no, it's Ganache Gateau. And this is like the coolest thing ever because it is a cake. It is you have the die for the cake, and then you get the frosting and the whipped cream and some decorations and some, I think, macarons. It's fabulous. And you also get these like holders for the banners. Yes, everything back into place so I don't get it mixed up. And then I will also be using the Treat Yourself gift card holder. It comes with these ribbons and party accessoires, and then you get this die which cuts you a perfect gift card holder, which I think is super fun, especially in combination with something like a beautiful birthday cake. And for my first card, I've been using a black 5x7 piece of cardstock. And because I was thinking about these, I think they are called maybe naked cakes, but I'm not sure because I'm not in the cake thing. But I thought this is a very cool look if you have like a semi crumb coated cake and then a very nice proper frosting. You have the whipped cream. And then I've been using the Vivid Blooms to decorate my cake. And you probably can see that I've been using a 3D embossing folder for my background piece of cardstock. And I think this is very cute. But I also think I could have been using a bigger piece of cardstock for my base. And that's why for today's card, I will be using a, well, it's an A4 piece of paper, I think, which I've cut, not cut, folded to a big card, and I'm just going to work around these lines. I also have a, well, again, the same 3D embossing folder for the background. It is the E3D 027, and I think it just looks very nice with the cake idea. And I think this is going to be like probably slightly bigger than the one I have been creating. So we'll see how it looks, because as you can see, I didn't finish it so far. But first things first, I'm going to add some frosting to my cake. To do so, I am using some white gesso. You could probably use a, well, white pigment ink and just wipe the ink pad over the cake. Or, I mean, you can drag an embossing ink pad and then use your embossing ink, your white embossing ink, to get some of that coloring on, or white acrylic paint, or as I'm doing now, just white gesso. I like the gesso because it is gritty and not glossy as acrylic paint can be, and that's just a, well, I feel it dries faster. And I think this is also, again, a pretty nice look for the cake. I just don't like that little spot there. And I'm going to set this aside to dry. Just have to make sure that my gesso is closed again. And of course, my working surface has to be clean for my next step. Because I have been thinking, as we have that super cool gift card holder, I have just like a template in my gift card holder. I have been thinking that it would be super cool to combine this with the cake. And you can probably see, if I put it underneath, it is slightly bigger than the cake. So I have been thinking of creating like a floral border, which is on one side overlapping, so you like hide the part, and here I could be adding something like a flap where you can pull it out, and then you can just reveal the gift card holder from under your cake. I hope we can achieve it. The gesso is, as you can see, already dried, which is amazing. And now I'm just going to add all the already prepared pieces. I have been working ahead like crazy, so I can go through that video in a useful amount of time for you and for me. And I'm going to add the frosting on the top as the first layer. Just have to declog my glue. It usually never clogs, and of course it does when I am filming. This is just, it is Murphy's Law, right? I think we all know that too well. Here we go. So I'm adding glue, and I'm just gluing the icing to the cake, making sure from the back that it is like having a consistent border, so it's not wonky or too much of in an angle. And because I really love dimension on my cards, I am going to use a 3D foam stripe for my frosting. And that's because this is such a thin stripe, it is super easy to bend, which allows me to apply it just in one go, and then I can just go in, put it on, and here we are. I think it already looks like a cake. But now we can start to decorate, or maybe start to add some more of the icing, because I would like to have some of the icing. Oh, it's not icing, it is like the whipped cream on the top. And I think to do so, I will be using again a foam adhesive. And I already know that I will be having some flowers here and here, so I will just keep that free from icing. And then I can just go in and take the pieces. Have to be careful that the arrangement makes sense, but otherwise it's super easy and fun. And a small one for the very end here. Here we go. So I can put the frosting away for the moment. This is how it looks right now. It is the whipped cream on the top and the whipped cream on the bottom. And now I have, of course, the birthday wishes, which I already cut. But I also have like a big bunch of these vivid flowers, which I already prepared. I've been using 3 colors and I've been just combining them like vice versa. And I will pause the video now, work ahead and come back with a floral arrangement on my cake, so we can go further ahead for the construction of my idea with the gift card holder. See you in a second. Here I am back. This is like my work in progress. I think I like it how it looks so far. I have 3 little clusters, 1 bigger one. And now I will be using, again, double-sided foam adhesive tape. And I will place 1 stripe at the bottom of my cake and just cut it. And because I think it will work way better when I have a little bit more of a wiggle room, I will be using 2 layers of the tape. So I will just go ahead and add 1 stripe, take the protecting foil off, glue a 2nd layer directly on top of it, and that's it. I think this tape is not very sticky on the side. There is tape which is very sticky. If you have a sticky tape, just use your embossing body, for example, the powder of it, and just make sure you saturate the gluey part, because then you won't like disturb the mechanic of the sliding part. Before I'm going to apply my cake to the card, I will just quickly glue my card panel to my card. And I will be using just a regular double-sided adhesive tape to do so, that I am just quickly applying to all the to edges and like two stripes to the middle so it can carry the potential weight that I am going to add to the card. Just trying to lift all these foils. Of course, each time I'm trying to hurry these things or getting done faster, I start to mess around and making it worse, and everything takes more time. So I'll just take a deep breath and hope you'll bear with me for these seconds. Otherwise, just skip maybe the next 30 seconds to a minute and the card background will be properly mounted to my card base and we can go ahead. I like to stand when I glue something like this down. I feel like I get the more even edges. Here we are now, lifting my protective paper from the double-sided adhesive tape, and again I'm going to stand, and I think I have enough room on the card to place it centered, making sure my adhesive parts stick very well. And now the moment of truth. This is again the gift card holder from the Bougie birthday collection, and I can just insert it. I should probably glue the stuff down properly. And oh, I think this looks super fun because it's hidden, and I could maybe, I don't know, because first I've been thinking about like just the flap of that washi I've been using here, but I could also, how would it look if there is this, it doesn't look nice. I think I'll just grab the washi quickly and I will add something like a pull flap. Is it called flap? Tab? Tab, probably. So, and because we are going to see both sides, I will make sure that I have clean cuts. Then I can glue it down here, place it down, and here. I think that doesn't look too shabby. I could still glue something here if I'd like, but as you can see, it fits in here super easy. Just the U I didn't glue down properly is always like trying to stick out, but you can hide the gift card holder under the cake. And now we can decorate the card. I think it would be nice to have some maybe birthday wishes. And we can even have them like sticking out of the cake. I think that would be very, well, fun, right? And because it's going to be hidden behind the florals anyways, because, I mean, I did mess up. I don't know if you've noticed, but I messed up with that card. The holders, I've just placed them behind the cake, but they are actually in the cake, right? But if we are placing them here, you won't see them because they are hidden behind the flowers. And here also, so this will make it so much easier for me because I can just take a half of it and just stick it behind the flowers. And I can have like the wishes and the birthday. And because this will be like something where I have to wiggle and take some time, I'll just glue that down and be right back. And I'm back with the finished card. I have decided to place all these holders of the sentiment like behind the floral arrangements. I think it makes sense optic wise, and I absolutely love the card and the cute gift you get from the card, and I love how easy, and I also think it's a very, very versatile concept. I think it's good that I added a little bit more size wise to the card, because this has way more room than this one, but I still like this one. It looks nice. But yeah, I'm very happy that I gave it a try, and I really hope you liked my makes today. I will make sure, of course, that I'll be linking all the products I've been using down below as well as far as possible. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you feel inspired to get creative, and we will see each other soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.